Okay, so here I am again. I got home and I took a shower. I ate a little bit and I had a cup of coffee and I left again. So I've been out pretty much all day. I came to Naklamud with the doggies and I'm going to go up that pass there. So I'm thinking on the twin flame journey again. I have something to say. Um, what I understand is that ultimately I'm going to have to surrender and surrender back into my life and I'm going to have to let go, but really let go. Really, really let go. Not kind of let go, not pretend like I let go, not sit at home and say, okay, well, I'm not going to go to places where, really let go. Really and completely and truly let go. And that is the only way that I can truly come into my own. Because until I let go of all hope, of all possibilities, of all what ifs, of all the connection with him, the shirt, until I truly, 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 really, honestly let go, I can't come into myself fully. That means that I'm going to have to face the pain. I can't come into myself fully because I'm still holding on hope. I'm still running after. My thoughts are still on it. Um, my attention is there, and I understand. I understand that your attention goes there automatically. But today I'm kind of feeling like there is a place that I can just bring the focus back onto me. Just take my thoughts and pull them back onto me and let everything just fade. Today I was feeling just kind of flat. I've been busy all day, which is really good because I'm sitting on top of a whole bunch of stuff that I already did today. I went all the way to Nazareth and I went and I worked for 6 hours at the rubbery painting or disking. I was disking and sanding and painting. And that is good therapeutic work. And then, and I took my son's bike and I went and picked it up. And I went to the Mayan. I did a lot more things than that. I also went to the Yeldon Eat store. There was a lot of things that I did today. Whoa. It's steeper than it looks. Here, I'll show you. See, this is straight on, and then that's going up. Rixie's already up there. He likes this hike. So I'm starting to really understand, and it's kind of coming through me as like a wave. I can feel this wave that I'm truly, truly, truly going to have to let go. Just surrender into it and just allow myself to be and run towards myself rather than run away. Yeah, it's like facing truth. It's like when we choose to face our traumas too. It's to face the abandonment, to face the feeling that I'm not enough, and to go through it because those are false. It's false. That's all false. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I know that I just want to be. And if I have a partner, whoever is going to be my partner, my next partner, will sweep me off my feet and I'll sweep him off his feet. And I'm cleaning myself and getting myself ready because I know that when you meet a partner, you want to meet somebody at the same level spiritually. You meet somebody that is at your level, or or that you're at similar places, but at a spiritual level. Really, that's non-negotiable. Has to be at the same, someone to talk to, someone to feel with, someone that understands and that is able to go through, be able to lachil. Lachil means, somebody that can stand by me no matter what and go through the waves with me. And I can be intense, so it's going to have to be somebody with a very large basin is the word that's coming to me. Somebody that can take a lot and still stand. But then so can I. And somebody that wants me for me, that I don't have to change or feel like, oh, if I was only this way, or if I was only that way, or maybe I could have been more like this or more like that. That's just silly. That's just silly. I don't want to change. Exactly the opposite. Change is change. I'm changing. I am changing. But what I mean is I don't want to change myself. I want to come into my true self, not change myself to suit somebody. And that in itself is already a turn off. If I have to change, or somebody is not attracted to me how I am, I want to be with somebody that is attracted to me how I am. And when I get into a relationship, I'm all in. I don't want to have to play games. It's fun to have a partner that gives you the run for your money. Somebody that shakes things up, or surprises you, or things like that. But not somebody that is, well, let's talk about what yes. So this is part of me processing this whole thing. And what I understand is that if I'm waiting for somebody, first of all, if somebody's going to see me, and we've already, been in contact for a long time, he already sees me. So, everything's out in the open. There's nothing. And so it's not like, it is what it is already. Already what it is, it is. See how far I've come? I don't know if you can really see that. The moon is right above me. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, see? There's the moon. And there's a cave over on the other side. And I'm going all the way up to the top of this mountain, and then it's just like a glide down. That kind of feels like my spiritual path too. You get up to the top where everything is just easy peasy. What's the top? There's always more where to go. This universe, this world is infinity. Infinity. In each moment, there is an infinite amount of potential for each and every one of us, and for everything. I guess there's an infinite amount of potential for each and every one of us because we are creators. If we didn't have consciousness, then what would potential mean? It would be kind of like if a tree falls in the forest, potential would have no consequence. There's a whole bunch of eggs here. It's gonna cool us down. So there's my understanding that I'm going to have to truly, truly, truly let go. And only then can I come into completeness in myself. As long as I'm holding on, it's impossible to let go because you're always waiting for the unity. You're always waiting for, and then you don't apply yourself into anything because you're waiting for the unity. And once the unity is there, then that's when you're going to do things. So it's like putting your whole life on hold, waiting for this other person to wake up. And it's a paradox in itself because as long as you're putting your attention on them, I was thinking about that today, like, who wants a partner that all of their attention is on you? Like, I like to have partners that are interesting, that have all sorts of things going on for them and themselves that enrich my life and bring new things and new aspects and new excitement and things that we can do together and things that I wouldn't have thought about, that they make my life richer. I wouldn't want a partner that their whole existence is around me. Like, oh, whatever you want. So, and even with ups and downs and all of that, it's all part of it. And learning how to watch my language and watching the words that I say, it's all part of it. It's all part of this spiritual awakening and the twin flame journey. There is this twin flame journey is real. It is real. It is really something that is happening. Look at that. I'll show you the other side. Over there, that's Tiberius. You can see the opposite. I'm going to show you from the right side. There you go. So, that's Tiberius. I hiked down that canyon there all the way over, and I came from right over there, and the canyon continues. See the caves on the other side? Really cool caves. Those caves over there, once I was hiking up with the dogs and a big boar ran out of those caves. That's a really cool cave. It is. It's a really cool. The top of it fell through, and there's a tree growing out of the top of it. So I'm still upwards because I have to go up and then down that way. But I sure do love this hike. The grass is a little bit long, so I put on long pants because there's a lot of stickers, and it's spring now. The snakes are out. And so I just guess, or not guess, I'm just going to be doing the absolute best that I can in every moment. There might be some moments that I decide to just fake it till you make it, and there's glitches. I am going to come into my strengths. I'm going to watch my words. There are 2 helicopters going behind me. And keep coming back to the knowing. You know, sometimes the emotions start pulling, and the ego starts, my ego, I don't know. I feel like there's like, my ego, even in making all these videos and putting them up to, to scrutinize or to enjoy watching my words, right? So I feel like my ego has been so but it does keep coming up. Every day there's more and more points that I see where the ego came in and I wasn't true. Look at these pretty little yellow flowers. They're so pretty. They are beautiful. So the stickers are getting me anyway. I can feel them going in through my pants. So there's just sticker bushes everywhere where I walk. In between, see, like that's a sticker bush, and that they're everywhere. Okay, so the sun already went down, so I'm just gonna hike along this ledge until I get to my car. So if you've been watching, thanks for watching. That's where I'm at. Today I kept busy pretty much most of the day intentionally, because I got up this morning. I started feeling the tinge coming in, and I said, no way. I'm getting up and I'm getting at him. I'm going, this is a good day. And I changed up my schedule. I usually get up in the last few months and take the dogs out for a walk in the morning. This morning I just got I got ready, got my coffee, and left the house. And took the dogs with me. And I let them be outside for a few minutes just so they could go to the bathroom. And then we were off. And it felt really good. Felt really good. So I am going to be keeping myself busy. Also with the workshop. There's a girl that I'm doing the workshop with. We're going to do a combined workshop at her place in the desert. And she wrote something about the workshop. She said that she's good at writing. She wrote something about the workshop today and sent it to me, or text, so that we can, that one's good. It's going to be on the 12th of May. So it's coming up in a couple weeks. We really like 2 weeks. So we have like 2 weeks to work on it, which means that I also I'm going to be sitting down and putting together my parts of it and making sure that I have it down. Cool. Of course. Of course, that's what I find. So, I was thinking also about signs. I was thinking that was so this morning when I didn't feel like talking about this journey at all. I felt like I just want my privacy. I don't want to have to, and in all honesty, I was feeling like I wanted to go inward with it, and I really don't. I think that my thoughts were pretty clear of it for most of the day. My thoughts were pretty. I'm feeling more and more. It's funny how quickly on this journey, how quick it starts fading. Because when you're together, it's like all intense. It's like all intense. And what I mean by all intense, it goes straight back to zero. Point zero means like straight back to baseline. It's like you know them, you've known them for your whole life. You can just sit next to each other. And you've known them for your whole life. That's what it feels like. And so when you disconnect, all of a sudden there's like all of this pain. But then I'm surprised at how quickly it like starts fading. Their presence starts fading. You can still feel like the connection there, and it still rises up in you. But it's like the mental memory of them. Something starts disconnecting, and then you start going like, oh, I don't know why I was so, it starts fading, and it fades really quick. It's amazing. I mean, again, it's paradoxy, because on the one hand, it doesn't fade. I don't know about that one. I'm checking out these little domeme. They're called domes. I don't know what they're really called, but that's what we call them, domeme. I think most people call them domeme. You have to check them for worms. That one's not ripe enough. But it's okay, because we came here onto another tree. Yay, they're just everywhere. See, I like them when they start turning just a little bit brown, because then they're like candy, because they get hard. So, that tree is good. The trees have different flavors to them. I guess it's just like people. People have different flavors to them too. So, I am bringing the focus back on me. I know what I want, and I know what I want. And so I am going to just know what I want, and I'm going to release it. Release it with no expectations, and just come into myself. And one thing that I've known, and I know, and I've known for a long time, is that the higher I get on the further along on my own journey that I get, my personal, unique, spiritual path that I am doing in this lifetime with myself and all the things that I've gone through. So the further along I get myself sorted out and come into my spiritual higher self, then the partner that will come into my life will also be at a higher, in a higher spiritual, like he'll be more settled. And that gives me a lot of, like, I'm happy in knowing that, because we pull what we are. So in being single, first of all, I still have things, I still have work that I need to do. But in being single, there is like a comfort in knowing that the further along I get on my spiritual path and spiritual journey, the partner that comes into my life is going to be that much more, like, I want to say, like, the word that keeps coming up is like delicious, but will be that much more like whole and cooked and like, ugh. I do miss, I do miss intimacy. Intimacy. I miss touch and intimacy. That's something I do miss. That would be nice. But at the same time, I know that if it's with a partner, I know that it has to be with a partner, that there's love there and and a coming together, a real coming together. It can't just be the physical. The physical doesn't do it for me anymore. It just, well, physical does do it for me, but just physical doesn't do it for me. It has to be a real connection, a heart-to-heart connection, and somebody that I truly, truly, truly trust. It doesn't mean that it has to be, it has to be somebody that I trust with me. Somebody that I trust with my emotions, somebody that I trust is there with me, and somebody that would have my higher good, my high, have good intentions for me, and love me, but truly love me and care about me. Otherwise, it's going into the most intimate and vulnerable place that there is, and allowing somebody that, I would only allow somebody that I trust them with me in that space anymore. I've had experiences. I've already talked about them a little bit. Not all of them, but I've had experiences, and I already know. I'll show you. So the sun went down over there. That mountain is Mao. Those are mango fields, I think. Up at the top of that mountain where that house is, that's where I live. Down there's my car. And then over there, that's the Sea of Galilee. You can just see the strip of the Sea of Galilee in there. And there's Lola. There's Lola. And there's Rexy. Rexy's a happy dog. He just smiles all day long. Well, they're both happy. But Rexy is so much fun to go places with. He dangles out the window, and he's always smiling. Every time he's on a trip, he's just like, he's like our dog. He's like a real dog. He's got expressions. He's so funny. I like jumping on these rocks. I like find the paths on these rocks. That's what I like doing. Going along the tops of the rocks, and they're sharp too, so you have to, it's kind of like a balancing trip. So you have to kind of balance along them. So that's my game. That's my game. I love doing that. You can walk all the way down the mountain like that. You have to kind of plan your way down the mountain doing it. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, so there is my update on this twin flame journey. And I feel good about sharing that, and I feel like I'm like it's not taking over my whole being right now, which is good. See, there we go. See, there's one with, it looks like a worm in it, because you see the worms are whiter. So that's why I say check them out before you eat them. That one's good. Okay, so I'm going to be off. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. They're best friends. Okay, see you later.